I'm one of the students who was sponsored by MCA. I studied through NAF last year. I'm now working at Ultimate Safaris. I'm graduated and everything. I'm now working at Ultimate Safaris as a junior tour consultant. So the idea behind me working as a junior tour consultant is that when I was given this opportunity, they told me that I needed background, knowledge of how everything worked. So I'm studying in the office now. Hopefully within 2 years or 3 years, I'll be out in the field guiding. So now the MCA, first I would like to say thank you to them, because without them, achieving what I achieved last year would have been difficult for me. And I know of a few guides who are studying through now for about 11 years. And because it's very expensive. And I just want to say thank you to MCA for providing me the money, because without them, I wouldn't have made it to where I am today. So now I'm employed, very happy, can provide for my family and everything. And I'm a happy guy, yes. Thank you, MCA.
The Namibia Students Financial Assistance Fund is able to provide funding to only about a quarter of the applications received annually. Moreover, prospective students from the most disadvantaged backgrounds are less able to access financial support for tertiary education, thereby perpetuating their marginalization. One of the MCA Namibia Education Project's activities therefore focused on expanding and improving access to tertiary finance. The Namibia Students Financial Assistance Fund provides funding for tertiary studies to about 3,000 applicants annually. Support in terms of policy reform and capacity building was also given to the National Council for Higher Education to upgrade its oversight capacity in implementing the public higher education funding framework and managing the implementation tool for the funding framework, known as the Higher Education Management Information System, or HEMIS. Emphasis was placed on ensuring that equity in financing higher education is secured, and that girls and women and other groups at risk, such as indigenous minorities and people living with disabilities, enjoy increased access to finance for tertiary studies.
We have been associated with the MCA Namibia for the past 4 years. And our involvement with the MCA Namibia is basically for the provision services of higher education finance reform implementation plan. Now, because we are introducing now the funding formula, it was felt that there is a need also to have a tuition fee adjustment policy, so that we won't allow the public higher education institutions to arbitrarily raise tuition fees. There will be a system and a policy where you say you cannot increase above certain percentages. And that is basically in the interest of the students, in the interest of the of those who wish to enter the public higher education institutions.
I should confirm that the existence of the student fund is very important to students, especially for those that came from poor families. I mean, if you cannot afford to buy bread, how can you afford to pay 15,000 for tuition fees? So what we are saying is that the fund is very important to students because it opens doors. It gives them confidence to study hard without thinking really where to get money. Because what you do is you take a book and you study knowing that the fund will cover everything for you. So honestly, it's something that students appreciate. Because of this fund, like now, this is my final year. I look forward to developing myself. One day I should be called probably Dr. Job. But the starting point was, here, where we are today. We hoped in the future we'll be able to get employed, you'll be able to pay for yourself. My message is very simple. My message is that when you get an opportunity, you should use it. I know there are times that we blame, either we blame ourselves, the government, we blame other people, but there are times that we should face ourselves and honestly point fingers at ourselves and remind ourselves that in life we must work hard towards something. When you are helped by the fund, then at least people expect you to dig back in the society one of the good day. So my simple message is that let's work hard.
MCA Namibia's education project has made significant strides in laying the foundations for improved educational opportunities for learners, both young and old. It has strengthened the capacity of the education system to activate the innate potential of the Namibian people to improve their livelihoods and thereby reduce poverty.
MCA Namibia for the last years worked successfully on the important projects in our country: education, tourism, and agriculture. We thank the American government and the people of the United States of America for their generosity in joining hands with us to provide much needed services to our communities.
Wamdulime wiritonone